Heart of Darkness. Oh boy, this game had the real issues before its release. Let me do a quick recap. Development began in 1992 and game was supposed to be released on PC. Game was announced in 1995, almost ready for its release. But then developers decided to make a version for upcoming 3DO console, which was practically dead by the time the game was finished. And then the game supposed to be released on Sega Saturn, but the same thing happened. Thankfully, game was released in 1998 with outdated graphics and, you guessed it, fantastic soundtrack. Now the pixel art games are in their renaissance, but back then players wanted everything but. But let's get back to the music. Studio, which name was Amazing Studio, was able to hire Hollywood composer Bruce Broughton, famous for his soundtracks to movies like Silverado or Tombstone. So, first orchestral soundtrack to a video game was created by Oscar-nominated composer, as he was nominated for Silverado in 1985. That was good on paper and great in real life. Nowadays, sample libraries are very convincing, but back then, studio hired professional orchestral musicians to get the sound they wanted. Also, what is not very common in the business, Bruce Broughton not only composed music, but also orchestrated it. It's worth to mention that he composed music only for the animated cutscenes, but this music is the main focus of this video.
Bravo, Andy! Bravo!
The game main character is Andy, a boy whose greatest friend is a dog named Whiskey. The boy have one weakness: he's afraid of dark. One day after school, they are going with Whiskey to a park. Suddenly the aliens show up from nowhere and kidnap Whiskey. Fearless Andy, without any second thoughts, comes to the rescue. Game is a 2D platformer showing Andy's way to defeat the dark forces and of course save his beloved friend. Art style, in my opinion, is great, but too many delays in the production resulted that the game was released in low resolution. Puzzles in the game are not very easy. Many times I struggled trying to progress in the game, but it was well worth it.
Good shot! Watch out!
Between gameplay we are watching cutscenes scored by Bruce Broughton, and they are scored like an animation movie. Every action in the cutscene has its reaction in the music.
Vamos, Andy! Help amigos!
Okay, I'm going back to find Whiskey.
And in my opinion, if they would release animation with this music, it could be easily nominated to Oscar. But even as the music is so connected with the visuals, it doesn't mean that cannot be listened separately. Many years after finishing the game, I loved to listen again to this soundtrack and then imagine what is happening on the screen. Concluding, this was a great game with great music. It's still worth to play after all these years. Thank you very much for watching. If you have a favorite game soundtrack and you want to share it with the others, please leave a comment. Also, if you like this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, as there are new videos coming up soon. Thanks, and until the next time.
Familia!